Hey guys, it's me Ram here, and in today's video I'm going to be doing some walkthrough solves with none other than TNL cubing.
Hey, I'm Tom. This is my main, the GAN 11. I use CFOP and I average about 8.7 seconds.
But don't forget to subscribe to TNL Cubing.
Alright, so on the first scramble here I see a pretty decent white cross, so I can start by inserting this, inserting this edge, and then inserting the last edge like this. And then for my first pair I see these two, so I can just solve it like so. For my second pair these two, so I can just separate it, insert. Then for my third pair I'm gonna have to rotate, and I see these two, so I can just pair it up like so and insert it in the back. And then for my last pair here I can just do U sledgehammer to pair it up. However, that'll make me lose my EO and I don't really want that, so I'll just do this. And then on this OLL case here, I see if I do my standard algorithm, all the corners will be solved, so I'll just do that. And yep, I was right, I'm left with the U-perm.
I pretty much always do yellow or white cross, and here I can see a decent white cross solution. So I have these two pieces, which are one move, and then the green and the red here. So I would put these in the back and insert them, move this up, do a D, insert these, D prime. And then from there, while doing that, I noticed these two match up. So I'm gonna break them apart, rotate, insert in the back. And as I do that, I already know these two are about to be broken up. So I can cancel straight into this, put that in the left. And without having to rotate, I've already seen that this one is yellow and blue, and I see red and blue here. So without looking at the back, I can already tell that these two need to be matched up. So as I insert that, I'll cancel into this. I could have tried to do this pair first, but I realistically probably wouldn't in a solve. And then from here, before putting this pair in, I'll probably cancel into R2 prime to set this up, and then insert that in the back. And then OLL and PLL.
Alright, so on the second scramble here, once again I see a pretty nice white cross, so I can start by holding it from this angle and inserting this, doing this to insert this, F, and then D, F2, D to insert the last piece. Then for my first pair I have these two, so I would separate it, rotate and insert. For my second pair these two, F inverse sexy F prime, U prime, wide F, R prime, wide F prime. Then for my third pair we have this and this, so I would do a U2, left sledgehammer to pair it up and insert. And then for my last pair I see a pretty cool trick I can do, RU prime, F inverse sexy F prime, and just insert. So for this OLL case, what I do is just F sexy F prime into this TOLL. However, while I'm gonna do this TOLL, I'm also gonna glance around if I can do any OLL CP tricks, and sure enough I can. So if I do a U2 and do sexy sledge from this angle, I'm gonna skip PLL because of all these blocks out here. So I just do sexy sledge, U2, and I'm done.
Second scramble, I can see something decent for white and decent for yellow. I'd probably do white because I've got a couple of good cross pieces here. So put that in the back, bring these down. So when I bring that, I'll have this, U, and then line up my cross. While doing that, I could see this corner was coming in here, so I'd go straight into this pair, and when I rotate to put them in the back, I already know this is going to be broken up, so I can quickly solve that one as well. Then I would rotate again probably and match this pair up, bring this pair out, rotate and insert in the front. Pretty basic stuff.
Alright, so on the third scramble here, yellow cross is actually quite simple. So I'd start by holding it from this angle and doing a U prime, inserting this, and D2, F2. And then for my first pair I see these two, so I'd do a U2, separate it and insert. For my second pair these two, so I would solve it like so. For my third pair I see these two, so I would separate it, rotate, insert. And then for my last pair I see these two, so I would separate it like this and insert. Alright, so here for OLL CP, instead of doing a U2 and doing the alk like this, what I would do is hold it from this angle and do lefty sexy sledge, so that all my corners are solved. And unfortunately I am left with a Z-perm, which is the worst corners case, but anyway.
Okay, here on white again, we've got 4 of our edges all together, so I can do something probably alright here. I see that both red and orange will be a D away, and green needs to get back here to do a D, so I can bring the blue down, D, L prime, and then put those in the back, and then finish with a D to do all of that. And then from here I can do nearly any pair I want, but I would start with this red and blue and this corner here. Insert that in the back. That brings out this edge, but now that I have all my corners in the top, I know that this is red and green, white in the back. So I would just do a U prime, bring this out and insert that in the back. So then I have my 2 front slots and I can do something like this. I don't know, there's definitely a more efficient way of doing that, but that's how I would finger trick it quickly.
Alright, so on scramble 4 here, once again I see a pretty good white cross. So what I'd start by doing is holding it from this angle and doing a D prime, inserting this, and then D, L prime, D to finish off my cross. And then for my first pair I already see these two, so I can just do a D, insert this corner with keyhole and D prime. Then for my second pair these two, so I can just solve it like this. For my third pair these two, so I can separate it, insert and solve this into the back once again. And then for my last pair these two, so I would rotate and solve it like that. Then we have this OLL. Oh, and a PLL skip. I did not see that coming, but that's cool.
I have green and yellow already in the bottom, and I have this piece here, which is one move from getting there, and we have these as well. So I would do something like D prime, R, D, B. And as I'm doing this last R2, I actually didn't see this pair here. I was looking at this pair, so I would have just broken that up and did that in the back straight away, which isn't too bad because these can still be paired up in the back with a couple of moves and inserted to fill out back slots. And then from here I would bring this out, sledge, and do my last pair.
Alright, so on this last scramble here, I see a pretty nice white cross along with this free pair. So I'm gonna do a bit of a shabby cross to try and preserve this pair. So what I'll start by doing is holding it from this angle and doing R, B prime, F, and then insert this, and then before inserting this I'll do an R and then insert this. Then I have this free pair. Then this pair in the back also gets made. And then for my third pair I see these two, so I'll just rotate and solve it like so. And then for my last pair I have this, and then I'll insert it like that. Then I have this OLL into a G bow.
And finally the 5th scramble, I've got a couple of options here, and I think I would go with white again because I have a good idea of what I could do here. I have this free pair in the front, but that's going to be quite hard to preserve, so I think I would try and look at this pair here and start with a R, B prime, F, L, U prime there, and then go straight into this pair, and then I'm going to cancel into this one, put that in the back, this pair, and then yeah, simple insert in the back, very standard F to L, and nice last layer. So that was me going through 5 solves. I think that's pretty standard, pretty typical of how I solve, nothing fancy, just basic look ahead and some solid intuitive F to L, I guess. Thanks so much for having me, Ram.
So that's about it for my 3x3 walkthrough solves with TNL cubing. A huge thank you to him for joining me, and yep, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye. Hey, so just before I end off this video, a couple of quick shoutouts to EJCUBING and Nishant and Prashant Swaminathan for using my discount code at SCS. Both of the orders should be on the screen right now, and yep, massive thank you to you guys for using my discount code. Anyways, thank you guys for watching and goodbye.